Dude. Fucking. There's so many, like, videos on the YouTube algorithm of just dudes with, like, illegal Glocks with switches on them, like, putting them out their window and, like, full autoing, like, down, like, into, like, a playground now.
Like, into a playground with people?
No, but just, like, in a residential area and then just, like, shutting the window.
Jesus Christ, dude. Have you heard about the Kia boys?
Yeah, I saw a video of some Kia boys, like, in a, like, police chase fucking, like, earlier, actually.
Dude, that's, like, the funniest shit where they just, like... Have you seen how they actually do it? Like,
no,
in the Kia,
but I remember you were fucking telling someone about it.
I think it was Grant.
Yeah.
So, like, they rip the... Like, you know, imagine, like, you have your steering wheel here, and there's, like, the panel that the steering wheel's on, and there's one under it. They yank that off, and there's a port for, like, a USB there. And so, like, you just plug it in and turn it, and it works like in an ignition.
What?
Yeah. And I'm just wondering who the fuck made it like that, and what were they thinking?
Like, you used to have to know how to hotwire a car at least to steal it, and then that became too easy.
I thought it was like a hacked USB that they plugged into the port, and then, like, that took over.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
But it's
like,
just manual, just...
Yeah.
That's fucking retarded.
But, like, they'll take that shit, and, like, I've seen videos of, like, dudes, like... There's one guy that was a jeweler and had a bunch of money. And these guys were, like, chasing him around in New York, just, like, trying to pull him over, like, pit maneuver him. Mm-hmm. And eventually they got him, got out with their guns, robbed him, and then got in the Kia and took off again.
God damn, did that guy not have a blick?
No, it's New York. It's really hard to get one. Unless you are a jeweler carrier. Actually, I think it's actually easier to get a gun in New York now because of the Supreme Court. But, yeah, that was, like, an old video.
Thank God. God bless the Second Amendment. Am I right, fellas?
Dude, fucking, I love debating that with people where they're like, oh, we need to, like, I don't like Donald Trump because, like, he didn't follow the government's rules and he made his own rules and, like, he didn't respect people's rights. And I'm like, okay, but then
that's
you
every
respect
presidency in the past, like, 40 years.
But it's like, okay, well, if you're so about the government and shit, then how do you feel about the Second Amendment? And they're like, oh, well, like, no, we need to have, like, common sense laws. And it's like, okay, well, then it looks like you would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I had to delete Twitter, though, because I was having way too many debates with people and, like, not just enjoying the app. And I was like,
no.
Absolutely not. Not anymore. There was, like, one
I'd just be boiling reading that shit if I had mine.
There was one time, like, the one that made me do it is, like, I destroyed this fucking person. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, all right, I'll admit that was too far. It was on this post that was like, men shouldn't. It was like some dude that said, real men don't call their girls their bitch or something. And I was just like, someone was like, oh, it's like every dude on Twitter just like a virtue signaling piece of shit? And I was like, yes. And fucking, someone was like, if a man ever called me his bitch, I'd break up with her. I'd break up with him immediately. And I was like, okay, well, then don't be mad whenever you either marry a bad guy or you die alone. And then people were like debating with me on that. And like, this one person was like, a good guy would never call a girl his bitch. And I was like, not even as a joke. And they're like, never. And like, I'm arguing with this one specific person because they're like, sorry, your parents, like, you came from a broken home and your parents didn't love you. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This is like fun. I was like, let's engage this. Like, if they're going to try and hurt my feelings, well, shoot back. And so I'm going for a little bit. And then like midway through, I see one dude tweets, bro, that's a whole ass transformer with 2 vomit emojis.
What?
And I look into the bio and they had one of those gay flags and I looked it up and it's the transgender flag. And I was like, they had an African icon in there, like their name. And I was like, oh, I completely understand now. You're the walking example of a projection. You're African, so your parents definitely don't love your disgusting ass. I was like, maybe it was because in whatever third world country piece of shit hut you were in, you're running out of water and you're getting a little delusional, so you thought you were a woman. But I think the real more likely thing is that you were so bad at being a man that you decided to chop your cock off and wear a dress thinking you would get respect. But in reality, everyone knows that you're a piece of human garbage and the world would be a much better place if you joined the transgender suicide stat. And then, like, afterwards, I was like,
let him cook.
Dude, I was just like the meme of Gunna when the hot music video where he's writing and the pen is writing fire. That was me writing that tweet. I was just like, I'm going in like a fucking.
Did you get a reply?
No,
Or
I
did they
deleted
join the stat.
I deleted the app because I was like, that was too far. I don't like that part of me. That was way too far.
Bro let his demon out.
Because I was like, you know what? I can't get banned on Twitter for saying this anyways. And like, the thing is like, I don't feel like I feel bad, but I don't, because like, there's other transgenders that like would be like, oh yeah, like, this Canadian psychologist, like, I talked to him before they like just affirmed everybody's like belief. Like, if you go into a psychologist now in any of the 50 states, like, it's illegal for them to like question you if you're like, I feel like a woman. Like, they'll get debarred, not debarred, but like the same thing for a psychologist for like trying to ask, why do you feel that way? Like, they just have to be like, okay, well, all right.
But they're allowed to question me for wanting to fuck trannies on trend.
Dude. But what's it called? Oh man, this is not the time to lose my train of thought because I'm destroyed, high as fuck.
Sorry, I derailed it with the fucking tranny joke.
Oh, but like one person was like, "Oh yeah, this Canadian psychologist like talked me out of it," and I like rethought about it, and I ended up getting it later when I was an adult. And like with them, I was like, "Oh well." I mean, I'm glad that you like took the time to think about it because that's a very serious decision that's going to alter your life forever, and you don't need to do it as a child. And like, I might not like it, but I completely respect your ability to do it. And like, that person gets a normal response because they weren't being a dick.
Yeah.
They were just saying something. But then whenever you're coming at me trying to like, if you're trying to hurt my feelings, trust me, I'm way better than you at it. Oh, during one point they're like, they said the same thing where they're like, yeah, you don't even know your dad or something. And I'm just like, okay, well, congratulations. You're proving that women are both not funny and stupid as fuck in the same time. Happy Women's History Month. Yeah. And that's whenever the guy said, bro, that's a whole ass Transformers thing.
That guy came in with a heater.
Dude, I was laughing just thinking about him saying the two vomit emojis after. That shit just fucking killed me, bro.
I was icing on the homophobia cake.
I was just like at work, just dying laughing, like delusionally tired. Fucking just laughing like to myself.
You're at work cooking this fucker
on my breaks. Yeah,
that's fire.
Like, because I'd literally go up, like, we get shorter breaks there because I'm at a Tesla now, but we get shorter breaks, so I'm just like, I'll eat some goldfish and then I'm
so this was like a couple days ago then.
This was like, yeah, like probably 2-3 days ago. Fucking
fire.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that's fucking not good. I had to delete it afterwards.
Bad juju.
I was like, yeah, I don't need to be putting that energy in the air. And Twitter is such a place that makes it feel okay to do that.
Yeah.
And like,
at that point, it's a bad look for Elon.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
You're letting him get away with this?
Yeah. Where I'm just going in on African niggas, transgenders, fucking everybody.
Elon's like, well, I am African.
Dude, yeah. Fucking, he can check African American on his, on all his shit.
I'm sure he does that every time with a grin on his face.
Dude. He's like, I am African. Dude, I can't do the Elon, but...
I'm not autistic and fucking racist enough.
I wish. Well, I don't know.
South
I think
Africans are like the most Chad white people, to be honest.
Well, I mean, there's a place that you are forgetting, Rhodesia. That was the most based white people on the planet. They're like, we want to be a place where there's only white people. And they chose to do it in the middle of fucking Africa.
Yeah.
Not the middle, but like down there, south in Africa. And it's like, that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because there's places you could have done that for sure.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of those people, like, that's what's crazy is a lot of those people were from families that had lived in Africa for 400 years by then. So,
dude, they'd been there for a long ass time. Like the Boers.
Like,
Africans.
They're basically Africans, yeah.
That's fucking crazy to think that, like...
They have no Dutch identity damn near at that point.
Yeah, like, if you send, like, niggas from, like... Back then, like, you know how everyone had their colonies and shit? Mm-hmm. Like, you sent people to live there and, like, maintain it and, like, hold it, and then they get, like, a completely different culture than you, and, like, they're their own thing.
Yeah.
And that's probably how, like, we became our own countries, like, us, Canada, South Africa...
Yeah,
India.
Easily, for sure. Because, I mean, even, like, we were just talking about it in my history of modern Ireland class, like, because, like, nationalism, like, the different kinds of nationalism are, like, a big theme of Ireland's history. But, like, the Quebecois, or whatever they're fucking called in Canada, like, they feel like they're their own separate kind of, like, culture from the rest of Canada because they're gayer and French.
Dude, yeah.
But, like, they don't want to, like, be their own country or, like, be part of France again.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Like, we're our own shit.
Because France fucking sucks. France like is the one country that like I feel like is the most behind the woke shit. We're like, yeah, we obviously are the originator of it and we're the best at it. And there's like France isn't better at anything that actually matters than us. But like they have like
Napoleon was pretty good at racism.
Napoleon was pretty good, and he was good. He fixed a lot of shit. Like he did fix a lot of shit.
And he
for
got
France.
them a steady bag from Haiti that's still coming into this day.
Like, dude,
that's crazy.
It's insane that like they have to pay reparations that way. Because like for here, whenever you hear reparations, it's like black people complaining and wanting to get
like
free
a
money.
direction that at least kind of logically makes sense.
Yeah. So like with Haiti, we both fucking know it, but for the retards that watch this that don't know history, fucking Napoleon, whenever they lost Haiti, because that was like a French colony, they had a lot of slaves there. And so they make Haiti pay reparations because they lost their slaves. And so like every year, still to this day, like the Haitians are paying like the French some absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
And like France is like one of the richest country, and Haiti fucking is.
They don't even have 2 dimes to rub together. I mean, they get fucking flattened by a natural disaster like every 3 months.
Exactly. Like they get hit by hurricanes and you're like, oh my God, like it sucks that like they're getting destroyed like that. It's because they're an island, but it's like they just
France
can't
is like,
they can't rebuild their fucking shit because it gets broke and they don't have the money to build shit that's gonna stand up to the hurricane, so they're just throwing shit up.
yeah, that shit is insanely foul. You'd think it like they would like the I don't know, leaders of the French bank would at one point look at the fucking thing and be like, we're really still getting payments on this? Like, you guys are chilling. Like, it's
Dude,
good. But they're like...
no one... Think about that, though. Like, if you're the guy in charge, like, how are you going to justify that when you have to explain it to your higher up? You're like, oh, well, yeah, we were just getting this free money from Haiti that's like, they've been having to send it to us. And they're like, yeah, why did you stop that? Like, it's free money, stupid. Well, you don't ever stop. Like, maybe they can't pay it all one time, but like, it's okay. We can take like whatever they'll give us.
Yeah. It's like Sam Hyde paying back his credit card payments.
Yeah. Dude, didn't she say that he got rich off of like maxing out 10 credit cards and buying a bunch of Bitcoin?
Yeah.
That's so based.
And then he has not paid them back to this day.
Even though he's rich.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny.
Like his credit score probably went to like 0, but then at some point you can just declare bankruptcy and you're good.
How do you do that with money? Won't they like look at your like banks and shit?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they like make you sell assets if you go bankrupt.
yeah, maybe.
What if he just like did a show for them where he was like living in a box and he's like, this is my home?
Dude.
He looks like if he really did that, he looks like he could be a homeless dude. Like if he set himself
Oh, yeah,
up.
easily. He already looks homeless, even in his own house. It's like he's this homeless guy that broke into this apartment.
Dude, that's like the fucking Anthony Cumia compound show. Like whenever he was on Opie and Anthony, he started doing like a video show at his house where he built like a professional studio. And that was like way before podcasting shit. So like he would be in there like...
He's like the OG podcast, basically.
No, Adam Curry is like technically the pod father because he like started the first one and like spread it out.
Really?
But yeah, but Anthony, like people, he would go in there with like bottles of liquor and like be cussing and shit. And people were like, what the fuck? Did this nigga like break into a news like studio? like what the fuck are we watching?
Because it was like a nice ass setup.
Yes,
and then
it was
he's
like,
just in there doing fuck all.
Literally like taking shots of whiskey with people and shit. Think about that. Like back in the day, niggas like we're so used to like the niggas that have a studio are like high up, like they're big. They're always
Had
gonna
like
be
a reputation that came with it.
yeah. And then like the first time you see somebody on there that's just like
Anthony Cumia.
like what the fuck?
That's like a cognitive disconnect.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Anthony. I guess Howard Stern was really the first person to like be funny on the radio like that. But like,
If you can call him fucking actually
to
funny.
be fair, he was funny for a long time, and he bringing on that retarded dude, fucking Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck to bring him on.
Beat.
The fucking micro penis shit.
Spell red.
LSTR.
Actual classic.
But fucking Opie and Anthony, they were better at it, and it would have been way better if Opie wasn't on there. To be honest, but, like he would just like kill conversations. There's literally
Dude, I called Seabass out, I think it was the other day, for being Opie, trying to tell someone else's story when they're trying to tell it.
dude.
Because isn't that what Opie would always
Yes.
do? Like someone's trying to do like a bit, and then he's like, oh,
the Patrice bit with the Asian people. He's like, oh, tell the bit about how you don't like Asian people. And like while he's saying it, he's like, and then with the thing, like, and like he give away like the next line. He's like, yeah, man. And then he like says it, and it's like, what was Seabass doing?
I have no clue. He's just like trying to tell someone else's story while they're telling it. And it was like, it's Opie, it's Opie.
There's a whole YouTube thing that I watch called Nopey and Anthony, where they just like they edit Opie out. Like every time he talks.
Superior.
It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah. But like there's like so like, because I thought like, oh well, there's like a lot of times that Opie asks questions, then you get answers from the people, but like he never asks questions that are like good.
Yeah.
And like even if the one he will get through, like
it's not worth all the rest of the bullshit.
Yeah, because like he'll be like, they'll be answering and be like, no, but like, and then like expound on the question while they're answering it.
What an actual legend of fucking media.
Dude. Oh, I want to pull out the topics, dude. That's why I wanted to do a solo cast. I've had topics built up for like a while. My fucking, hold on, let me see my good one.
While you're looking up your actual topics, I just want to give a fire motivational quote that I got from a Russian guy on a YouTube comment section. I thought it was pretty hard. Doubt is just mind scam. Keep working.
Fire.
It's like the hardest, most Russian quote I've ever heard.
All right.
This side sounds ass.
Fucking.
This side sounds good.
Yeah, because the mic is actually like one, like there's a specific part to it. The thing with the little circle is the one where it's at.
Okay, yeah, little butt cheeks.
Yeah. Florida versus Texas basketball. Let me read you the teams. This is from the Orlando Magic, Shaq, T-Mac, Penny Hardaway. And then from the Miami Heat, Alonzo Mourning and Dwayne Wade versus Spurs, Tim Duncan, Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon, Spurs, Kawhi, Rockets, T-Mac, and Spurs, Tony Parker.
Probably Texas for sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, but Shaq and Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning was so fucking good back in the day.
He was, but he's for sure going to get shit on by
Hakeem.
Yeah.
But then, let's see, who's going to... Tim Duncan on Shaq? Young Shaq? I don't know, because Shaq was like...
Yeah.
He was a different type of athletic. Like, he was still dunking and shit and like still super powerful. But he was like fast as fuck, like diving up for balls.
Tim Duncan, when he was younger, was pretty athletic too, though.
Yeah, he was.
Had to give him cred.
He was fundamentally just so level. Good. Like, Shaq was a physical freak, but Tim Duncan is just like probably the best fundamental basketball player of all time.
And he was probably like the best equipped person to defend Shaq, low key. Now that I think about it, I mean that he was raw at defense,
dude. Tim Duncan was, dude. That Spurs team, the Spurs to me, like. Sometimes I'll watch their old highlights and like that just like to me is how basketball should be played.
Yeah.
Like I understand that like there's players that are like
they don't really play like normal team basketball in the NBA. For the most part.
That's why like the Europeans are like pretty good at that because like they play it more like soccer. But like fucking here we have stars and like I understand like if you're a star you want to get the ball more for sure. But like I also do like the like fundamental basketball, like watching the Spurs pass it around.
It hits different,
dude. It's like class, like
because you usually only get to see that in like college.
And I don't watch college. Like I'm not
either.
I can't get
like
into
it that much.
I won't be able to like learn niggas' names and remember them long enough and before they graduate. And like it's like at least with
Hella
football,
one and done.
Exactly.
Like
with fucking football, at least it's like 3 years to learn somebody, like know about somebody. So you get a while.
Yeah, those facts.
Dude, but Kawhi on T-Mac.
That actually would be a goated matchup for T-Mac. I mean, I feel like
two really good two-way. Dude, I saw a video of T-Mac hitting Kobe with a spin move, like a little hezzy pump, and then Kobe fucking
they went back and forth.
Yes, and Kobe went like I remember seeing an interview about it, and Kobe was like, or T-Mac was like, yeah, but you came back and got us literally the next possession whenever you dunked on my entire team. Fucking. Then who would it be? T-Mac on...
T-Mac probably wouldn't really be able to guard Kawhi, though.
You don't think so? Yeah, because T-Mac was more of, like, offensively known. Like, he was an offensive...
And he's smaller than Kawhi.
How tall was T-Mac? He was like 6'7", wasn't he?
6'6", I think.
6'6"?
Yeah.
Kawhi, what is he, like 6'8"?
I think Kawhi might only be 6'7", but he's got, like, the most ridiculous wingspan and hands, like, possible.
Then who would it be? It would be fucking. I put Jimmy Butler on here, not thinking about Dwayne Wade. That's why I traded him out. Fucking Penny Hardaway and Jimmy Butler, or T-Mac from the Rockets and Tony Parker.
Actually, Penny would absolutely shit on Tony the entire game, though.
Yeah.
Because he was 6'8". That would be a horrible mismatch.
And then, maybe Tony Parker would guard D Wade and T-Mac would guard.
Yeah, that would be a closer matchup.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know, dude. That fucking Florida team. I mean, yeah, you're right, though. Tim Duncan's like the one guy that would be able to beat Shaq.
Tony Parker's not really going to be able to guard anyone, though.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
And you would need...
He's getting buckets from whoever he's across from.
Yeah.
Just because that team's too athletic.
Hakeem Olajuwon. I never really watched him, but...
Yeah, me neither. But I know he was a pretty insane two-way player.
Dude, fucking... there was this Russian
Morning's
nigga.
going to get no buckets.
You don't think so? Against...
No.
Oh, against Hakeem? Yeah, you're right. Dude, there was a Russian doctor that was on some expedition in Antarctica, and they were down there, and that nigga had his appendix was bursting, and there was a certain point where he realized oh shit, I'm gonna have to fucking cut my own appendix out, and he did surgery on himself.
That's so hard.
I know.
That's incredibly Russian. That's what happens when you eat one Russian meal.
Dude, I mean, Russians had their 100 years of atheism, so none of them have souls.
God. Well, so that was recently then?
No, that was in 1950, I think.
Okay. So atheism was new for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, they're scary as fuck. I mean, not really, but just in the way that
No, they are though.
In a war, even with Ukraine, there's no way they can lose because they're willing to lose so many more people. And
no, I don't know. They are probably going to lose because Ukraine is the exact same way.
They're going to give up is the thing, instead of if they lose, it'll be them giving up, not actually getting beaten by Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Ukraine can actually Hearts of Iron style occupy every fucking area of Russia with a division.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't have to do that in Hearts of Iron either. Not really. Well, you have to. Yeah, actually, you have to go through each one at least to get control of it.
Yeah.
I was playing that shit with Frank the other day, and you're I was amazed that you didn't care that much. And then you're like, oh, nigga, I thought you meant Frank the comedian, not fucking Stigmeister.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fucking well he understands it. I just went through, the night before we played, I was like, all right, Frank, this is going to suck really bad, but what we're going to do here is I'm just going to stream it, and you're going to watch, and I'm going to go through every little thing on here. And so I went through what the icons would take you to. I went through all the top things. I showed him what each of the things did. I told him the currency to buy them. Mm-hmm. I told him how that's going to build up, what can affect it. I told him his army experience, how he can make, because I have all the DLC, so he gets them too. And I was I'll explain you DLC shit later, but you don't need that. And so we're doing a match right now where he's Germany and I'm Italy. That might have been me. We're doing a match where he's Germany and I'm Italy, and
fucking Italians, holy fuck.
They're so dumb, dude.
Aren't they actually memed in the Hearts of Iron community?
They used to be, because they had no fucking they had no focus tree, but they made their focus tree really
actually
really
fire.
good. Yeah, it's kind of complex.
They just always steal my fucking shit.
They changed the way you have to collect land too, so it's completely different now.
Is it worse or better?
It's more realistic, because before I knew a cheat that I could just get all the land, where you would get occupy all the coast and cut the country off from let's say you're Germany and it's Hungary. You just have to get the entire, in your Germany, you have to get the entire coastline of Russia and then cut the 2 or 3 provinces that are connected to that country, to Hungary, and then they won't be able to get anything inside of that.
Damn.
But now that you can't do that, you actually have to if you get a lot of, in every war I've had, I got a lot of fucking, what's it called? Power, fucking bargaining chips at the table pretty much. So whenever someone else takes something, you can dispute it. If you both put claim on that, and it'll give you back some points, and then you can, Like if it's like, all right, these ones are disputed, you have to choose them and like be like, yeah, I demand these.
Yeah.
And like the other like they can keep on going back and forth. So like if you're in one and you in a computer country have like a lot of points, you're gonna lose like half the shit.
Dude, every time I've played, it's just me being Japan and taking China, and then Italy taking all of it.
Dude, you gotta learn how to. I'll show you how to beat them like early because China's so easy, dude. Like once I learned how to do it, I do the same method pretty much every time, and they're cake. Like I can beat them within a year easy.
Really, I've beat them within a year a couple times, and then Italy takes it.
But I never let Italy get involved.
Yeah,
like
I have no idea how that ever happens.
Because I started my war in like 1937. Like I am ready to go. Yeah. Like I like ship my stuff out, and then like I get it fully. I have it to where everything's fully trained, and they have more divisions, but they're not trained, and they don't have nearly enough shit. Because I've tried to play as China too, and it's impossible. Like when Japan comes, it's fucking scary.
Really?
You're getting destroyed by like ultra units, which I need to see how the Space Marines work. Like in the new update, because like I remember I did that as England one time, and I was like knocking Germany back, like even though they had like more divisions, and I was like, what the hell?
Space Marines OP.
And just a medium tank with a bunch of different upgrades to it to make it like powerful, and then you add one of those like a 9 infantry. It's like an infantry thing, so like you're not using that many tanks, but you have like heart attack.
Yeah.
So like anything that you come against that's not a full tank division, you're gonna destroy because they don't have any heart attack.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Like the stats are like they kind of do mean a lot, but like I just don't really ever like I look at the upgrades I can do to shit, and then I'm like, all right, well that one would make it better in this, so surely it's better. Yeah. Like I suck at designing the planes. Have you done that yet? Oh my god, dude, the planes are so like you can put it's like the boats now.
Really?
It has that much complexity to it, but like training them in the air is not nearly as effective as like just using them in a war.
Really?
Yeah, so you have to like wait until you're in a war to get the shit to get them to upgrade.
Yeah, that makes sense because they'll have like 3 air experience just from doing exercises.
Yeah, that's the same. Well, no, Navy, like if you have enough oil, like America's really good at like you can train your entire Navy and still be like good on oil. And like they have a fucking huge Navy, and you can just train them up to be all fully trained whenever you go into any war. Yeah, that's why like they're playable against Japan is because like
they have crazy Navy off rip.
Exactly, and they have a bunch of islands over there, so like it's really a race to who island hops.
Yeah,
because I've conquered America by 1938, but you just can't get China if you're gonna do that route.
That's crazy.
You just have to declare on the Philippines, and then they immediately jump in. And you have the best two are the superior firepower and the mobile doctrine.
Really?
With the Blitzkrieg thing in it. But like I do grand battle plan with Japan because I have everything planned exactly how I want it to go. And I'm like, I know this is going to work. And like, it's like you can only use like 10 people at a time. So like I set the things up and then
because the naval invasion limit.
Yeah, you have to get the thing, which takes like a long time to get. Yeah, unless there's just no way to get it early. And so like I'll set it up to where just the right amount of people are going to like each island to occupy it. And like if you just get rid of all their islands and I have like my weaker divisions go take over the Philippines. Mm-hmm. This is in the one where I do take over China, and like I already have China, and I've been building my shit up, and I have like multiple attacks to land in the Philippines with my weaker units. And I take over that, and then if I can get to Hawaii like quick enough, they won't be able to like even if they have other people over in the islands. Like if I get to Hawaii, that's their last supply point, so I can just wait them out, and they're gonna die. Yeah, because I mean, think about it. If you're like trapped over by the Philippines on an island, and there's no base in Hawaii to refuel you or like re-give you supplies,
you're fucked.
Yeah.
God damn. And then is it just easy once you get to the mainland?
Oh, yeah. Once you get to the mainland against America, the thing is 1940 is the cutoff of fighting America where it gets really fucked. Really? That's whenever it's not fun. Yes. Because like before 1939, they have like at most 80 divisions. Like at most.
And then how many do they have in 1940?
In 1940, it can go up to like 230. Like maybe that's probably more like by 1941, 1942, but that's when they start training shit. So they'll have like 120, but then like they have like a full 24 training at the same time and like ready to get launched out.
How far do you have to get through?
You have to go all the way unless you set up collaboration governments, but
holy fuck.
It depends. Okay. So it also depends.
Get through it in like only a year or two.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is another thing you have to watch out for is if you get them before 1939, then they won't join the Allies. So then, like, if they do join the Allies, then Canada joins against you, and then Mexico will usually turn up and then also go against you. And so then, I mean, then what just ends up happening is you beat Mexico back and take Mexico, and you end up, like, getting all the way up to Alaska, like, by the time you're at, like, Kansas. Because I don't build cavalry units, but if I built cavalry, I could just like go through them or like motorized divisions, and then what's it called? You have to like just go all the way through America, and once you get that, Canada is just literally yours for the taking because their divisions are like gonna get either destroyed or ate up, or they're in the middle of your new country.
Yeah,
dude, it's so good.
And you just get all of them at once.
Well, you have to chase them down. They're gonna run, and you'll see their trail of like what you're losing.
Yeah.
But fucking, then whenever they get, like, even if they can get back to Canada, their line is weak. Because, like, they just got back from running and they don't have any organization. You can just run through them.
And then it's 1940 and you have the entire, like, North American continent.
Yeah, you have oil. You have fucking every resource you need.
And then is everyone else just boned?
Yeah, dude, easily. Because then your biggest threat is, like,
Russia,
Australia. Well, I mean, Russia's got something bigger to deal with that they never declare war on Japan. They never.
Really?
Yeah, because they're.
You talking about only on historical accuracy?
Yeah, I haven't played. I don't really play non-historical unless it's like online.
Fair.
Dude, do you have anything to do tomorrow? Like late or early?
Probably just sucking some wiener. I don't know.
Dude, you trying to play Hearts of Iron after the gym?
Fuck, potentially.
If I can stay
awake. You should
awake.
come over to the Stocking guy's house, though, because they're about to leave for like a week and a half.
Dude. Maybe.
Because if Seabass is... Well, they might go out with Seabass. I can't guarantee they aren't going to.
Fucking bass you off the hook.
Port City Bassin.
You scared me, nigga. Is it just spring break?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying like those niggas were gone. I was like, damn, nigga, I didn't know the year was already over.
Dude, no, they're fucking dipping for spring break. I think Grant's gonna try and stay until like Sunday to heme this girl.
Fire. Yeah. What if she goes back to where she's from and she's from Stockton and then Seabass ends up plowing her?
Grant would fucking absolutely murder the both of them.
Dude, that'd be so funny.
That'd be disgusting.
Grant is a fiend.
Did I tell you about the time Seabass was trying to put me on a girl that he'd hemed? And I was like...
What?
I was like...
Was it Ghost Bitch?
No. This is...
Dude, you hear...
like light-skinned shoddy.
I was about to talk about something with Ghost Bitch, but definitely not. I think you might know. No, don't even say anything, bro. Don't even say anything. Do you remember Seabass's birthday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, dude, I'm not gonna say anything else, dude. You're trying to get me in dangerous territory.
What?
How far are you in Better Call Saul?
I stopped watching it like the last episode of season 4.
Last episode of season 4. So what just happened? Did Lalo just get introduced?
Yeah, like fairly recently, but he's been in for like a couple episodes.
What was the last thing? Was it him like... Oh, fuck, I don't... Have you seen him at that travel store? Or the check place for the fucking German dude? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? The wire transfer place?
Okay, yeah. The Werner Ziegler guy.
Yeah. Ziegler.
I'm trying to remember it so I can slowly walk it forward.
That's got to be pretty close.
Close?
I feel like that was pretty recent from when I was watching.
Okay, I feel like that might be the end, because then, like...
Yeah, I feel...
Have you seen Lalo interact with anybody Other than like the,
I think the last thing that I watched happen was fucking what's his nuts killing Ziegler.
Oh, yeah.
Mike
killing Ziegler.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking sucked. But like that nigga's
like,
so
sorry,
dumb.
pal.
He didn't like
you really didn't think it was that serious?
they made it so clear that it was that serious.
I know.
And he just fucking oh man, that was a bad call.
Yeah, it was.
But okay, so before that, fucking Jimmy, is he back to being a lawyer?
I want to say
Because I think that was like season 3 shit.
Yes. Because he fucking just like finessed the board with like
The Chuck thing.
yeah, like fuck, I can barely remember character names. It's bad. I haven't watched it in a while. What's his bitch's name?
Kim.
Yeah, Kim was like thought that he was actually being like genuine about the whole thing. And he's like, those fucking suckers, like they fell right
He's
for
like,
that shit. And
retards.
she's like,
Yeah, she's like appalled. And then he's like, oh yeah, and I need that form for this. I'm not going to be practicing under the name Miguel. And then she's like, what? Like, what, Jimmy, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's all good, man. Have you seen the Chinese, the translation of that shit? It's so funny because it's like, whatever the fuck gibberish they speak. And then he's like, so good, man.
so good man.
That shit was so funny.
Good, so good man. Attorney at law.
You know, I guess I don't want to air her name out, but Possible Future Bae speaks Mandarin.
Really?
Yes. Dude. I was like, what?
I get to be like, yeah, I took 2 years of Mandarin in college, but I don't know any.
She took it in high school.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck kind of...
She probably knows more than I do.
Dude, she was like, what do you want me to say? And I was like, giving her shit, and she was just saying it. And I was like, what the fuck? She could be like one of those white people that makes the YouTube videos where they go to fucking Chinktown and
Xiaoma or whatever his name is.
he does that. Is that the guy that does it with a bunch of different people's languages?
Yeah, Xiaoma.
And he like speaks it perfectly and they're like, oh,
Yeah, that'd be such a peak, though.
yeah. I mean, that would be insane if like we saw like a slant-eyed dude. Like, but the thing is we have a lot of like Chinese looking people.
English, it's different though. Like so many people speak English.
Yeah,
Like
that's
imagine
true.
speaking some like dumbass language from like the bushes of Africa.
Tibet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and some actual like greasy fucking Redditor comes into your store and starts speaking it. And you're like,
What the fuck? You're just like trying to process
I
it.
think I'm fucking going crazy. I'd probably like shoot him.
Yeah, you don't even want to tell
I think
anybody
he's
about
like a
that.
demon or something.
Like whenever you're like trying to tell people about that, like this insane looking white dude came into our village and like started speaking like he was speaking like us, like he knew what I was saying, and they're like,
Sure, pal.
this guy's got mind demons, we need to cut his head open.
Yeah, drill some holes in his skull.
Dude, there would be people that had like fucking multiple drill marks in their skull, and it's like that nigga just did not learn his lesson.
Dude, yeah, like we found a bunch of like skulls that like you can see that they got drilled and then it healed, and then they got drilled in another place and it healed. Like people survived them.
Damn, I didn't think the skull would be able to like regrow.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Ugh. Apparently the brain doesn't have like nerve endings, so it doesn't really feel. That's so weird to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, like that
I
fucking...
hope that's not true.
Why? Because then if like...
I feel like if you have brain hurty, you need to know.
No, but like you would know, because like if it's like your brain is hurting, it's usually going to be from like a physical impact, and you would know because it's going to hit your skull, and your skull's gonna hurt.
gone.
Your skull's going to hurt.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like your head would hurt, but like your brain itself wouldn't hurt.
I feel like my brain has just hurt before. But that could just be because I'm insane.
It's probably just your head.
Yeah, I guess so.
The noggin.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I used to have these crazy head pains, like randomly. They'd take me out. It would last like 20 seconds.
Where you just like pass out on the ground, having grand mal seizures.
No, I would just like be like, oh, like fucking paralyzed for like a minute just because of the pain. It was like,
Do you ever get jaw or nut cramps like that?
My balls hurt all the fucking time.
Dude, like sometimes I'll help. Like whenever I haven't pissed in a while and I go to piss, like I'll feel like it, like the string in between that attaches them. It'll feel like someone's like literally like And I'm like, it's okay. And like, I'm literally trying to like reason with my balls. And like, I'm just like almost
Bleeding.
Dude, almost on the ground in a public bathroom.
Bro pleading with his nuts.
Yeah. What are you, nigga? The fucking penis police? The fucking sack sergeant?
Yeah, I plead the tip.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my dick, I feel like that's a like universal male phenomena. Those like your dick and balls like randomly hurt like pretty frequently.
Getting blue balls. I described it, I think, the best yesterday. I was explaining it as it's like 25 seconds after you got kicked in the dick pretty good. Like, it's not the original like kick in the dick, but it's like when it's finally stopping hurting, but it still hurts, but it's like spread out.
Yeah, because it's like in your stomach. You're like,
I just want to lay on a fucking warm heating bath.
but then you know if you bust a nut, it's gonna fucking like crack the drywall.
Dude,
that shit's crazy.
last night
Blue ball busts hit different. Like that shit's low key worth it just for the novelty factor of just absolutely shooting rope.
Bro, we fucking got a black light in my bathroom right now from last night. I was like a fucking fountain.
Oh my god, bro, spraying his toothbrush and shit.
No, dude, I was like, usually there's one time where like, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but it was one time where I shot up, like it was a no nut November, and like I had gotten like to like day 13. And then like fucking, that was like the longest I had gone without masturbating since I had discovered it. And fucking, I know. But fucking,
that's damn near close to same for me.
I shot up and like didn't, like most of my nuts would just like come out. But like, I shot myself in the head.
Dude, yeah, that's been the only times where like I've regretted my patented method of laying in bed to beat off. Because holy fuck, I'll get some blue balls.
I'm like, dude, trying to avoid acid rain. But yeah. I'm literally releasing, and it's just like, I'm like, oh, like I had pointed it forward, and I was like, I don't know why. Like I thought this would, like I knew I needed to do it, but like I didn't think through how I was gonna. Because every time I don't think about the end, I'm just like, it's an end to a mean. I need to figure this out. And so like I'm like I just like point it this way and it starts shooting up and it's like getting on my towel and shit and like covers the floor. And I just like look down and it literally looks like I just got out of the shower and like stepped there and I just like couldn't help but laugh. I just took like a piece of toilet paper and wiped it up. Not even wiped it up, just smeared it on the ground.
That shit don't ever come up for real.
Facts.
Oh my god. Cum is funny.
Funny as fuck, dude. I'm glad we're not on radio or that would have all got dropped out.
Really?
Yeah, you can't talk about shit like that. And they would just dump all that so it would be blank air. And people that are listening would be like, what the fuck?
That's so foul.
And like, that's a hilarious thing. And you'd be like, well, I guess we just missed out on this fucking gem.
Dude. Yeah, it's a good cum shot always has great comedic value.
Dude, cum is funny. All bodily functions are funny.
Have you ever made like girls mad with your ejaculating upon them?
I don't ejaculate on girls because I fuck with condoms most of the time.
Oh yeah,
it's always gone either in or in the condom.
It's funny when like the instant like switch of anger. It's got to be like programmed deep down for how pissed off girls get when you come in their hair.
Dude, I'm sure that's so funny because cum in the like I know how cum in the hand is how hard that is to clean out. Like Jesus, dude, if it was in the hair,
it's fucking horrible. It's like instant, like you need to take a shower.
Because dude, the fucking cum,
no amount of even water is gonna get it out.
Hydrophobic. Yeah. It'll literally just spread around. You got to be like, nah, it's good for the hair and skin.
Yeah, eyes and hair are always gonna get a good reaction
because they also get pink eye.
Yeah, it burns like a motherfucker.
Does it?
Yeah, it'll like actually make your eyes just hella red because it burns.
Oh man, that would suck.
Yeah,
I've gotten pink eye once.
Baked off the fucking facial.
One time I like took a bunch of edibles and like passed out with my eye open on my fucking pillow, and I woke up and my eye was red as fuck.
That's fire.
And I was like, well, this doesn't like hurt or anything, but like this looks like this literally looks like I'm high as hell.
Yeah, it was just fucking absolutely dried out to the max.
Yeah. Dude, like that episode of Regular Show, whatever, that giant eyeball for the Peeps company came and they were having the staring contest. You didn't watch Regular Show?
I did, but I don't remember that.
They had the staring contest and Rigby pulled out the fucking laser pointer because he like pulled out a bunch of different eyes and like him and Mordecai were having a staring contest to see if he could just like keep spying on them forever. And fucking, like he starts pulling out a bunch of different little eyes and he's like rubbing them all over him because he's just a giant eye. Mm-hmm. And he's like, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink. And then fucking Rigby pulls out the laser pointer and starts blasting them.
That's fire.
And then the last one, whenever he gets the big eye, he fucking catches on fire.
Oh my God.
I watched
Regular Show was kind of brutal.
It was fucking crazy, dude. Like, I watched the interview with the guy that created it.
Gigi Quintel.
Yeah. And he sounds just like Mordecai.
I know.
It's so fucking crazy.
It's almost disturbing to see like a normal person talking like that.
Dude, yeah. Fucking, that's, goddamn, dude. Regular Show is so funny. Still.
It's like, you will always be Cartoon Bird.
Dude. Rigby, who was your favorite character in that?
Probably Rigby.
Rigby was so funny when he made the rig juice and he thought it was going to make him smart and then he ended up making him stupid. And then they ordered the actual shit online and they got too smart that everyone was like, walruses and like
the rig juice.
The rig juice brought him back to being stupid.
That was a crazy fucking episode.
All of the episodes were insane.
Yeah, I know. They're like not setting up the chairs next time.
Not setting up the chairs.
Everything is destroyed. That was one of the first episodes,
that was
I think.
The
wasn't
first
it?
episode.
Really?
I remember that. Dude, because I remember watching the first episode live. I remember I used to do that a lot as a kid and like see the beginning of shows. Like I saw the beginning of Ben 10 and like watched that through quite a bit.
Ben 10's gas.
Fucking
I like the one where he had like the new one where he could do like
he could do different versions, like the super versions, like of Swamp Fire. He could be instead of the fire guy, he was Swamp Fire, where he was like had vines on him and shit too.
Dude, I just always remember the like big like fucking elephant monster thing with like the rocket cannon hands. It's like the only one that I can remember.
I'd stopped watching at that point. Like I watched a little bit into that, but I watched the original series more than that.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the movie. It was crazy.
All the real I had to catch myself. All the real lads were bricked for Gwen.
Dude, facts. Even his cousin Kevin was. Dude. But the fucking Jesus Christ. I was talking about the older one too. I just realized I was saying that I was talking about the 10-year-old one. Because that's the only one I watched, but no, I saw that. But Regular Show, I remember that like the commercials would be like, Regular Show, it's anything but. And I was like, I wonder what that's going to be. I also watched the Amazing World of Gumball when it first started.
Oh yeah, Gumball's so gas.
That shit is so funny, dude.
Their dad's the best character easily.
Richard, yeah. Fucking Darwin is pretty funny too, just being retarded.
My mom hated that show because she was disturbed by the dad's tits. And then my dad loved Regular Show though. He thought like Skips was an insanely hilarious character.
Skips is a hilarious character. Just the fact that it's fucking Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, and his physique is phenomenal.
Yeah, just a giant body but like tiny legs.
Yeah.
Fucking
average crunch fitness enjoyer.
Yeah. I forgot who I was talking to, but someone said the name Mark Hamill, and I was like, "Oh, you mean Skips from Regular Show?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I guess he was also in that." I was like, "Where do you know him from?" And like, Star Wars, and I was like, "Who was he in Star Wars?" Like Luke Skywalker.
That might have been a conversation we had.
Probably on Discord.
Yeah, because I feel like I didn't know that it was like Mark Hamill like for the longest time until someone told me. It was probably you.
No. Like I was the one that found out. I didn't know. Like I thought Mark Hamill was Skips. And
no,
Skips
that's what I'm saying. I didn't know Skips was Mark Hamill.
Oh. Yeah, that was probably, we're just informing each other on shit. It's like, oh yeah, I guess he also did Star Wars too. Fucking, dude, we haven't done a solo episode in a while. Usually we have like a third person to carry the weight whenever we're being retarded.
Oh yeah, and I don't even have topics because I'm a schmuck.
Oh yeah, what do you, which Shaq do you think is prime Shaq? Lakers or Magic?
Probably.
I mean, Heat would be like early
probably
Heat.
Lakers.
Yeah, that's like kind of easy. Have you seen the Kobe Shaq like one-on-one interview? You need to watch it, dude. It's like 50 minutes long, and like they have a discussion about like how their careers went, like and like what the beef was, and like they like eventually apologized to each other. And I was like, I'm so fucking glad Shaq got to apologize to Kobe like before, and they got to like be cool.
Yeah, that shit would have fucked with Shaq for like the rest of his life, probably.
Dude, Kobe became like a completely different person when he retired. Like he wasn't just about basketball, so he was like actually like.
He was like not really about basketball at all anymore, other than like with his daughters.
Yeah, he was like, dude, like with people he was having issues with. He's like, I didn't have any issue with you. I only cared about winning.
Yeah.
He's like, so I wasn't like trying to be friends with people in the league.
And maybe cheating with his wife on the side.
Dude.
That's just fun.
They didn't go over that part, how like Kobe had gotten caught like with that alleged rape. And like fucking he was like, why am I the one that's getting in trouble? Like then called out Shaq for something. And like they didn't say, yeah, and he called out a bunch of people in the league, and that's why people didn't really want to play with Kobe for a long time.
He was like, oh, y'all rapists?
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, like, it wasn't... I think he got proven innocent on that.
Yeah.
But,
too.
he just didn't...
But factually, probably, most of them are rapists.
Yeah. I mean, like, fucking... What's his name? It's Karl Malone. I remember in, like, one of our early episodes...
Oh, yeah. Didn't he, like, impregnate a kid?
13-year-old kid.
Oh.
Dude.
Imagine your 13-year-old daughter gets impregnated by a 6'9" fucking absolute monkey.
I have a Karl Malone jersey.
It's fire.
That's why I have it.
Do you wear that when you go to the wall?
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
Fucking impregnate one of those children. I hate going to the wall for that reason. I feel like an old person there now.
Yeah, it's crazy. We are old people there for 22.
It's crazy because, like, I remember in my freshman year of college, that's my main time I remember going out to bars and shit. And, like, I was always, like, not even old enough to buy my own drinks then. And then, like, in Kennesaw, whenever I turned 21, I was here and I wasn't really going out that much. And, like,
Yeah, now
I'm, like, the age that, like, my older friends were, where they were, like, getting to the edge of, like, being young enough to go out. Like, I was talking to John about that, and he's like, you're the age that I was, dude. And, like, he was a senior, and I was like, damn, this nigga's old as fuck. And, like, now I'm that age, and, like, he's fucking 25 now, and he's like, I would never go to, like, any of the places we went. I'd be 7 years older than the mean, like, fucking age person there.
I mean, some of the places we've been going aren't, like, just full of children, thank God. Like, the Axe Bar places, I
like that place, but we never go there.
They've been going there regular now.
Really? Like, what day?
The Leprechaun Crawl was pretty fire, too.
I was out that night for Michael's birthday.
Really?
We went to this place called the Loving Cup, and they were doing a rock concert there.
Oh, yeah. You saw Jordan there?
Because
I think she was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course. Fucking white trash there. Well, not white trash. It was a different type of white trash. Like, my friend Will, you've met Will. That nigga was, like, moshing, like, with his shirt off, and I was like, what? I didn't know this part of you. I was fucking...
Yeah, the guy that owns Loving Cup's like a queer.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, it was so funny because the dude was like hopping on the first time the singer guy, he was on the bar and like he was about to stage dive, jumps, everyone steps out of the way except for one guy, and he like kind of catches him but drops him, and like he still falls hard, and then like he gets up and like he does it again, but this time he's like bringing everybody around. He's like, hands up, and then he jumps, and like they held him up, and I was like, I would not have trusted them a second time. I would have moved. And like I was I won't say I was spitting game, but I was low. No, I was just having a conversation with this hot comic, and like I don't usually talk to her, but like it was loud as fuck, and I was next to her, so like I was the only person she was talking to, and like we were just fucking around, and then like at one point
I hated being in there. It was loud as
so
fuck.
fucking loud, dude. Like,
I hate that shit.
I didn't like it. I was like, I would have rather gone to a bar, but like fucking.
You should just come out with us, bro.
Dude.
Of course, Seabass took us to the gay bar.
He always fucking goes there. On the crawls, he's like, bro, it's fun in there. The drinks are cheap. I'm like,
they're cheap everywhere. That's the point of it.
Dude. Seabass is just actually a gay dude, and that's why he's trying to come out to us. I was talking to a possible future bae, and I was like, yeah. She said that, like, some girl had said that she was her, like, gay switch that made her realize that she was gay. And I was like, oh, dude, like if one of my friends told me that, I'd fucking punch him in the face. And she was like, that's low-key homophobic as fuck. And I was like, no. Like if a regular person told me that, I'd be like, that's fucking weird. Don't ever tell me shit like that. But like if like Seabass said to me, like, Nate, I just want to tell you, bro, you're the person I think about when I think about the gay shit that I'm on. I would sock that nigga in his shit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dude.
That's, yeah, I wouldn't be able to fucking take that.
I'd be like, that disrespect. Don't bring that fag shit on me.
Don't think about me being gay. Don't put that on me, too.
Dude, niggas raping me. Now I understand why women say every little thing is rape, because that nigga even thinking about, or any nigga thinking about fucking me is like, or me fucking them
unacceptable.
Yes. I'm like,
only pretty girls are allowed to think about.
I should be allowed to shoot some dude in the head if I catch him looking at me too long and he's like staring at my cock, which is a good reason why I've decided I'm finally going to get a gun.
Yeah, to kill gays.
Yeah.
Perceived gays, not even actual gay people.
No, dude, I'm going to make the Pulse nightclub. You know what? Actually, I'm going to not.
Yeah, we might have to hold that one.
Go ahead and that's the one thing I'm not going to say is, shit I'm actually going to do.
Can't show your cards early.
Yeah.
Dude, if I had my fucking gun in the car the other night, I probably would have shot this motherfucker that almost got, like... Dude, I almost got in the most ridiculous fucking wreck. Like, dude, I was like leaned out my window like, fuck you! Fuck you! That shit had me so sick to my stomach.
What happened?
It was like actually like a genuine Jake jump scare. I was like, ah! Like, dude.
Those are my favorite.
So, you know, like coming over the like overpass over the highway between like Winco and like where the fucking Sonic is on North McCarran? Like, we were coming over that, like, in the direction of Pomo, me and Grant, because we got Wendy's at the one over by Winco. Mm-hmm. And we're in, like, the leftmost lane that goes straight, and then there's, like, the right lane, and then another right lane until you get to that intersection that just goes right, and then the 2 left turn lanes or whatever. So there's a total of 5 lanes. We're in the middle one. This guy's all the way on the right. And, like, I know he's there out of the corner of my eye because I'm just driving, and he's, like, he's basically side by side with me, maybe like a 3/4 of a car length ahead of me. He just throws his blinker on and comes all the way across to where like the front right corner of my car was going to hit like between his driver door and his fucking like backside driver door. I'm like, fucking swerve to the side, fucking hit the brakes. Then he just like cuts right in front of me in that space. And I'm like laying on the horn. And then he's like right in front of me and he leans out his window. He's like, boot! And like fucking goes all the way into the like far left turn lane. And holy fuck, dude. Like, honestly, if I had my suppressed FN in the glove box at that moment, I might have been in prison right now.
Dude, you would have got away with it probably. In broad daylight, you flaking nigga.
No, it was at nighttime. We were the only people on the road.
Oh, you could have definitely shot him. They'd have been like, what the hell?
Be like, I need you to call it.
Dude, I feel like the easiest way to get away with murder would probably be like to just, well, fuck, before ring doorbells, it would have probably been to just like go to people's houses at night, ring the doorbell, and then if they come up to the peephole, just shoot them through the door and run. Because like before, now there's ring cameras, you'd get caught.
I feel like it's so easy to get caught if you shoot someone now.
What do you? How? Like if they don't know, like if it's a completely random person that you've never met before, how are they going to connect that to you?
Might have to start shooting more people,
dude. Without that's the thing is like the most. Whenever you kill someone, you know you get caught always. Because they're going to go through everybody that they know. They're going to find out what they were doing. And if you don't have an extremely strong alibi, which is like hard to come by if you actually didn't murder a person, then like you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
But like fucking,
fuck, I just need to start capping random dudes on the road then.
You
clean up the Reno drivers.
You're going to need to get some like gas chambers or something if you want to clean up the Reno drivers. You're not going to be doing that with a gun.
There's going to be no one on the road.
It's going to be too expensive. Like, why waste the bullets?
Yeah, facts.
That was Hitler's idea of like they used to just shoot Jews and like push them in a ditch, but then they're like
holy fuck.
They're like, that's so expensive.
Yeah. We can just use fucking a pesticide that we modified and dump it on their heads.
Zyklon B. I'm so glad that you told me about the world capital Germania, because I love like just randomly in conversation be like, Hitler had some good ideas though. And then people are like, what? Dude, I brought that up on the podcast with Frank Molman and Will. And like,
Really?
they're like, what, nigga? Like, not saying it, but they're like, what? And I was like, explain the world capital of Germania, which is like a building that's so big that like clouds were going to form inside of it. And they're like, oh shit, that actually is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, his whole like Berlin was going to be crazy.
I was thinking about it, and like, if I was building the place that I want to be amazing, I'd say throwing criminals in concentration camps is like
Step one.
It's an understandable thing to do. Like, if let's say I'm trying to make the most perfect spot, and we have a bunch of niggas.
So happens the crime's being Jewish.
No. I'm not saying that the Jews deserve to get killed. I do agree that they should have been, but I'm not saying that yet.
Yeah, that's not this argument.
No. I'm talking about the criminals. Like, if you have a bunch of thieves and shit, you don't want thieves. You don't want rapists being alive. You're like, let's just fucking.
Yeah, why take the risk?
Let's just get rid of them now. Like, it's gonna. If I'm in control and I have the choice to do it, I don't want there to be rapes here.
Yeah, may as well trim the fat.
Exactly. Like, the dead branches, like, no, let's not keep those here like fucking...
It's like, I'm going to risk my perfect society on the
Some criminal
stipulation that this guy might just change his ways all of a sudden. Sorry, pal.
That's not going to work for me.
You're getting the wood chipper.
And, like, we could do the hands thing. Like, the Saudi Arabian hands thing. Like, if you steal shit... I mean, they over there, I'm not even sure if they have fucking computers yet, those sand niggers. But, like... They don't have databases, so like if someone steals, like that's the only way they can like make it obvious. Like, oh, like this guy's missing a hand, so like don't let him. Don't keep a close eye on him.
There's no criminal records other than the scars and dismemberments that you have.
That's what they used to do in America, like back in the day before it was really America. And it was the colonies, because like they have literally no records. And
so they just like carve a 7 on your forehead with a knife.
No, they would brand you under your eye with like. Whatever your crime was. So like if you were an R,
like a teardrop if you killed someone.
Pretty much. They give you an R if you were a rogue, which is just basically like
give you an N if you're black.
Fucking damn, I was trying to think of a good one. T, a thief.
That's like the Scarlet Letter, isn't it?
No, that happened here. Like they would brand you with like if you were like a counterfeiter.
Did you read the Scarlet Letter in high
Luckily,
school?
no.
Dude, that book fucking sucked.
That was the one like where it was like
that was about like someone. I think the like chick got branded with something because she cheated on her husband.
Good.
Yeah.
Whore.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually something we need to bring back. Not for men. I mean, like the thing is,
if she's had sex with more than one person, she gets branded on her forehead.
And then if she has sex with more than 2 people that aren't her husband,
she gets thrown off a rooftop.
Exactly. That's my. Have I told you about that bit? My girl just found out that she got mad at me because I'm following the Taliban on Twitter, and she was like in my face lecturing me like, "What's wrong with you? They don't believe in women's rights. They don't let them drive, and they throw gay people off buildings." And I'm like, just look at her real stupid, and I'm like, "Yeah, why do you think I follow them?"
Oh my god! Yeah, it's like fucking Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, but it's. Like Ahmed, and he's throwing gay people off a rooftop.
Yeah. They should have made that into a TV show. That could have been like fucking Middle Eastern ass.
Yeah, have like a Japanese game show where they're just like executing gays.
Dude, they make them do slippery stairs and like there's literally like a shredder at the bottom of it.
Holy fuck.
Or a pack of dogs.
Dude, yeah. They've got like the wipeout platforms they have to jump across, but like randomly they just have like an anti-personnel mine in them.
Oh my god! I mean, I would definitely watch that shit. Like there was
I would have to. My hands would be tied. I gotta make up the rules.
Exactly. Like whenever we posted videos of us bombing them, like in 2003, like it was on the news where like the bombing starts now, and would show videos of them like destroying their country.
Yeah.
Like you would see the tracer on fucking like missiles and shit.
Dude, yeah, and they're fucking like painting heinous shit on bombs before they drop them on them.
It's literally like fucking 1984, but except actually no, it's not, because you don't know you're fighting, but they would just tell you we're winning. They're like, no, we'll show you.
Yeah, I mean, like Operation Desert Storm was like, I'm pretty sure the fucking whole like mission statement was just drop bombs on mud houses.
Dude.
Like it was pretty indiscriminate.
With Yemen,
It was
like
just a couple months of us just literally carpet bombing almost.
fucking Yemen, they were probably really terrified because like Michelle Obama might run. Dude, I mean, like she's the only person that could like she would destroy everyone.
She took all of our yummy school lunches and turned them into Predator missiles to send to fucking the Middle East.
Dude, yeah. But she would, like, Joe Biden can't run again. Like, he can't.
No, the bro's actually brain dead.
But then if he doesn't run again, then he, like, it's going to be a bad look. That fucking Kamala's the most unlikable human being behind Hillary.
The Democrats hate Kamala now.
I'm not surprised. They probably got to know her a little bit better because Joe isn't there. They're like, you're going to have to step up big and be a nice, good vice president.
They're like, holy fuck, she's worse than Joe.
Like, this bitch just fucking sips wine coolers and whenever she's staying and gets drunk as fuck.
We did it, Joe. That bitch was off like 2 bars in that video. Barred out Kamala.
Our fucking politicians are all retards, dude.
I know.
They're just like dudes that failed at everything. I was watching some Trump debates, though. Oh, my God. So funny, dude.
Yeah, he's actually got like a knack for crowd work.
He was so, like, there was one lady where he was talking about like Ted Cruz. And he's like, Ted Cruz doesn't get like, he doesn't have one senator that is endorsing him. And he works with them every day. And like, he's like, actually, that's not whenever he's taking like vacations to places, but we won't talk about that yet. And then like some lady yells, Ted Cruz is a pussy. And he's like, what did she say? Oh, she said a horrible thing. I would never say that. Say it again, ma'am. Like, just so people hear you. Like, he's like, you should never say that again. And she's like, Ted Cruz is a pussy. He's like, realizes people can't hear. She's like, oh, she said a terrible thing. She said Ted Cruz is a pussy. And like, that shit is so funny.
He's just laying it out there.
And like back in the day, Rosie O'Donnell like talked shit about Donald Trump because like apparently like something happened with Lindsay Lohan. Like, I don't know which specific thing because she had a lot of things back in the day. But like Trump was giving her some advice. And like Rosie O'Donnell's like, oh, you shouldn't take moral advice from him. Like he's had 2 divorces and like kids with both of them and like is just shitting on him. Then the next video is like Trump and he's like, Rosie O'Donnell honestly is a disgusting person inside and out. She really is like hideous on the inside and out. She's a bad person. She's not easy in the eyes. And like, hey, we're all a little bit bigger, but she is fat. Like she is a pig and like just staring into it.
Fire.
And then like that made it make sense why he was like, whenever the woman was like, you call women disgusting pigs, this and this and this. And he's like, only Rosie O'Donnell. And then the crowd went wild.
Oh my God.
That nigga really
actually grilled her shit.
Nigga really just decided he wanted to be hilarious and it happened.
Dude, speaking of Trump and New York being hard to get a concealed carry, he's had a concealed carry in New York City for like 40 years, I think.
I would if I was him too.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Everyone's like, why do you need a concealed carry if you have like security? He's like, why wouldn't I?
Exactly. Good answer. Yeah. Fucking.
I think he concealed carries like a .357 Magnum.
Oh my God. Blow the head off of someone, clean off their shoulders. But fucking, you feeling lucky, punk?
Yeah, everybody gangster until Donnie ups the .357. Like, holy fuck.
That would be so funny if like a fucking liberal person ran up on Trump and got blasted in the face.
Oh my God.
For the longest time, it was like Trump, Anthony Cumia, and like 2 other people that had concealed carries in New York City.
Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Dude, I remember whenever he got canceled for calling that lady, or for that black bitch, like that black prostitute he was taking pictures of, like she was hitting him, and I forgot what comic it was, but they're like, you guys should be thanking Anthony Cumia right now, and like posted a picture of his like concealed carry license, and the people are like, we should be thanking him that he didn't shoot that chick in the face for him taking pictures of her.
Oh my God.
Dude. We definitely put enough juice into this one. We can go ahead and call it.
I'm just baked.
No, not even that. I'm just really excited to play with this Chelsea team.
Really?
Dude, you saw me dubbing niggas.
If you get on there and Sergio Ramos is sold, then it's GG's.
I can get Didier Drogba.
You will need a little bit more, though, because we did
20K.
Incorrect math.
I need about 20K. I sent a bunch of people to the transfer market that are like about 20K each, so I could definitely get it.
Just buy more coins.
No, I'm not fucking. I have enough to fucking get them with the shit I have.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Andy.
I'm not against buying coins. I'm opposed to spending time because I could do that just by like 3 weekend or like play out my foot champs and play out my division rivals and shit. Or I could buy coins, but like if I don't need to do either.
Yeah.
Because I just like playing with the teams. Like, that's not a good team. Like, Frank Lampard is not a Cam. Like, he's not fast at all.
Really?
Yeah, but like...
Not meta.
Yeah, not meta is what I should say. Like, I can still beat teams with it. And it's like, I like using them because I like using certain players.
Yeah, the homeboys.
Like with Spain and fucking England. Those are two teams that like Seabass built me that French team, and that was actually meta. Like, that was actually a really good team.
It's because they're real life meta.
But like, I wanted to play with different niggas, and like there was no icons. Those are my favorite people to play with.
At the end of the day, you can only have so much fun playing with a bunch of like 99 pace fucking monkeys.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I can do the same thing every time.
Yeah.
But then like with the Chelsea team or with England or Spain, I had to like build up.
Play a certain way.
Yeah. But fucking, oh man, I'm going to have Drogba and Fernando Torres up top, dude.
Yeah.
Fernando Torres is my favorite card I've ever used.
Really?
By far.
That shit's so fire.
Yes, bro. His shooting is insane. He can hit the Trivela, the outside the foot shot, and like he's coming in like at the goal from like the left post side, like running a little bit like at an inwards right, like a little bit inwards. Blast that shit like as soon as the keeper comes out, it always hits upper bins.
On the other side. That's crazy. Bro's like Quaresma.
Yeah, dude. If there was a good charisma card, oh my god,
That'd be fire.
there's like green time. Like time shooting is so difficult, dude.
Really?
But like I see niggas use it. I'll show you some videos. I'll literally show you one after this of a dude that like the shots you can hit are just you. If you didn't green time it, there's just no chance in hell it would go in.
Yeah.
But we can go ahead and call this bitch.
Right.